take my hand tonight. Yeah, we showed them we were right.
Yo, what's up everyone, Loyalty Ski Reacts back with another video. I'm sorry I haven't been posting in about 5 days. I have been uploading on my gaming channel. Go follow that. I got a schedule that I'm going to put down below or in the video once I get to it, so you guys can see the schedule. So that way I can make days that I record on my gaming channel and then days I record on here. But anyways, let's just get into it. If you enjoy the video, smash that like button, subscribe, and follow me on my Instagram and Facebook. Today we are checking out... Jesus. Today we are checking out a Papa Meats video, why GameStop is horrible. Let me turn this down some, so let's get the mess out of me. Let's just get into it.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come in and sit down because today we're talking about GameStop. Nowadays.
Does anyone even shop at GameStop anymore? Yeah, it's one of those classic I pause it and talk for 20 minutes moments. Do people even shop at GameStop anymore? I don't think they do.
If you want to play a game, chances are you're only seconds away from being able to purchase and start.
That's what I like. I like Steam.
Today, however, most people had no choice but to buy physical copies of the game.
I remember that too. Dude, I remember growing up, I had a 3DS, like a 3DS and a PSP, like when I was like 14. Dude, that PSP, I love that PSP. I think it never got enough love.
Even before online, you had to go outside, go to a store.
Ah, the good old days.
Hey, you need GameFly.
Oh my god, that's a name from the past. I have not heard anything about GameFly in so freaking long.
Is that still a thing? Is GameFly still? There's no way GameFly is still a thing, right?
Wait, it is? That's insane.
Was undoubtedly GameStop.
Yeah, like, dude, now no one goes in there. I kid you not. I went in there like a month ago just to check out some stuff looking. Dude, there was nobody there. There was only like 2 workers and like 1 customer. That's insane. Compared to like 2016 or whatever, like when I was like middle school, that's insane.
Retailer in the world. But over time, what used to be a cornerstone of gaming culture has slowly faded out of relevance due to the rise of online marketplaces.
Aren't they trying to like sell retro games?
In fact, throughout the retailer's long history, there have been many reasons to criticize the company for how it's run. So today, we're going to talk about...
Never sell your games at GameStop. Dude, they're so cheap. You could give them 25 PS5 games and they'll give you like $2 for all of them. It's insane.
Why the GameStop is so terrible.
I don't even...
This video is sponsored by Beat
I don't know how they're not bankrupt yet.
Theaters. Summertime means going to the movies. So why don't you go to the 5th largest theater chain in America? Number 5.
Number 5.
In the studio where we get to see all of our major releases and summer block.
Why don't you just go to AMC? AMC is a lot better.
Plus, B&B has many ways to watch, including the grand screen, the company's own premium large format.
That does look pretty cool though.
This is the theater's largest screen in the building and features cutting-edge sound projection, creating a first-class experience. If action is what you're seeking,
Why not just go to AMC? Or if you're in Knoxville, just go to the... I can't even think what the Cinnaball. It literally has recliner chairs and you can order food while you're watching the movie, so you don't have to get up. It's actually a nice theater.
watch a film at B&B in MX4D. MX4D creates a totally immersive environment where you can feel the film in your seat and the theater around you with built-in motion, sound, and visual effects. We saw Mad Max in it. It was awesome. And if you need
Is that Tom Hardy?
try B&B Screen X. This multi-projection 270
Okay.
viewing experience lets you take in large landscapes and exciting scenes to the lads. It's cool that they sponsored this video. Please, if you're
Alright. Sorry guys, I had to skip that. I don't want to sit through like 20 minutes of that.
buy one, go support them because they supported this video. Yeah, let's get back to the video. But first we have to talk about how GameStop began. Babbage's was a humble software retailer founded in 1984 by
Nintendo? Wait, they knew like the...
David R. Carlson opened in Dallas, Texas. The store was very popular, and they eventually began selling video
Yeah, you can tell that's from like the 90s.
games and other forms of entertainment software. After merging with retailers, software, etc., and facing
What is software?
it was bought by Leonard Rijacho, a major stockholder of Bart
Dude, that name is insane.
in 2000. The company bought another rival chain, Funko, and rebranded itself.
I do actually look. I do like Funkos. I know they don't like. They're not as valuable. Like you can't just like. I collect them. I don't have many, but I do like them. This right here, the Joker. I don't know. It's just cool to own Funko Pops. It's not even about reselling them for money. It's just having them is pretty cool to me.
Hello?
Hey, Hunter, this is Dr. Mitchell.
By 2005,
What?
they had become a massive company to the point that they were able to successfully merge with their largest competitor, EB Games.
What is EB? What is it? EB? I've never heard of EB Games.
Biggest gaming retailer at the time. GameStop has become the leading spot to not only purchase games and consoles, but also trade in used games.
Now everything just on Steam. Like that's the problem that I think reason why like physical games like that died off because digital. You can just buy it through like the console or whatever. Steam, PlayStation still like it's pointless to go out. And even half the time nowadays, if you try buying a disc, they don't even give you the disc. They just give you a download code, which is fucking pointless because if you're gonna go to the store just to get a fucking download code, why not just buy the fucking game on the fucking shop? I mean, it's stupid.
To make some of their money back. This is something that everyone nowadays seems to have the biggest gripe with. So, firstly, I want to talk about GameStop's terrible, terrible trade-in policy.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about.
This is how GameStop, if you're wondering, how are they still open? It's this. Okay, this is it. The trade-in policy.
Yeah, because I thought it would have been bankrupt a long time ago.
Bring in their used games in order to receive either in-store credit or cash. That means
If you get cash, dude, you could get, like I said before, if you accept cash, you could bring in every single PS5 game, and they'll give you like $10 for them. But if you get the trade-in credit where like you can't get money but you can buy any game, they'll give you like $50 for every, like if you bought in like 50 games. It's insane.
the GameStop trade-in values for games are known to be laughably low and have been memed into oblivion on the internet.
Yeah, like that. That shit.
Probably since they can open. Probably since GameStop was even a name, people were like, you sure? Part of what's insulting about this, however, is that trading games were marked up for far more before being put back on shelf to
What the heck? How the fuck does that make sense? Pre-owned $49, new $29, and it's the exact same.
sell to other customers. So they would sell it in and then they're going to mark it up hundreds of percentile, right?
That's some shit that actually I'm not gonna even bring them into it. I don't want to get a lawsuit. But let's just say it goes with a wed plumber. That's stuff that they would do. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to get sued.
And then some hapless son of a bitch is going to come in and buy it off the shelf, and they're just like, oh, that's a rip, baby. Or get hand over fist. Even recently, post about how they went to a GameStop to trade in nearly a complete collection of amiibos because he no longer had the
I never understood the point of amiibos. I always thought of them like Skylanders. If you guys grew up with Skylanders, that's pretty much what they are.
for them in a new college apartment. Also, if they're amiibos, a set that could easily be worth thousands of dollars was traded in for $1,300. When I say thousands, I mean $5,000, $6,000. They gave him $1,300, and this sent the internet into an uproar over how badly he was lowballed. Which at the same time, you have to ask yourself, my God, find someone else to buy it. Which, to be fair, people usually are in these positions where they're just like,
Why not just sell it on eBay? You probably can make, if you had that many amiibo and you choose to sell it at GameStop, that's a loss right there. You could probably make so much money selling all those on eBay. Like, I'm not even crazy. Some people, you could put a guitar, like if you have like an electric guitar, you could put something on there for like fucking like $5,000 when you pay $900. Trust me, someone's gonna buy it eventually. It might take a minute, but some fucking rich billionaire shit might come in there and get it and be like, oh, this is real, without actually knowing it's not real.
I just don't care. I want it out. I want it gone. I don't have to go through the whole process of selling them one by one. But
Waluigi.
today's reseller economy, I think that you can sell that. Even being like 20.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me half. I thought there are other options.
He could have definitely been like near the complete set on eBay.
Yeah, like, you see what I mean? Massive amiibo. He could have done that and made like $4,000 off of that. Like, look, and trust me, I know that look, it might look like no one will buy it, but trust me, someone's gonna buy it eventually.
Buy it all in one, or make best offer or whatever, and handle it that way. It is what it is. It is what it is. Of course, the employees are just doing as they're told at GameStop, so you can't put it all on them. But in fact, it seems that a ton of GameStop employees hate the process of trade-ins because it invites some particularly odd encounters, aka people who are emotionally not well, people who also
What does that
steal
mean?
things to resell them. Like the amount of times that I worked, when I worked at my the place that I worked at in Kansas City, the amount of times that it was just like clearly things stolen from Walmart, and you're like, I don't think I can take this. They're like, what do you mean? Like, it's 18 sealed copies of Grand Theft Auto 5. I just can't. I cannot do it. Here's a list of weird occurrences employees have
Dude.
trying to process trade-ins with customers. 1. A man came in with his wife to trade in his copy of Dishonored, only to find his secret porn stash inside of it.
What the hell? First of all, I never heard of that video game, but what the hell? Dude.
That's just a good day to me. Ironic substance to be found in a game called Dishonored. One employee was given a PS2 with a condom stuffed in the hard drive slot.
You.
He was also given PS3 games that the customer admitted were used as weed ashtrays.
That's something I would do, honestly. The weed ashtrays, not the fucking condom, though.
Another employee inspected a PS4 and opened it to find that it was overflowing with cockroaches.
Sorry, guys. Last time I'm pausing. Dude, I hate cockroaches. If you see... Dude, if there was a cockroach on my desk, you would be seeing me sprint out that door. I hate cockroaches. I fucking hate them.
That's guys.
I hate cockroaches, dude.
Last employee, he had seen used syringes, dead centipedes, and used condoms.
Why did he come back from the...
A customer came in to sell 50 DS games, each of which were fake, and someone brought in a box for a controller filled with rocks. He assured them that was what was in the box when he bought it, and the store leader somehow decided to pay him out.
What?
Asked if they would take in some appliances like his washing machine. And assured
Dude, how did he even get the fucking washing machine to GameStop? What the fuck? Did he just have a big-ass truck?
seemed to be tweaking, came in with a stolen coffee maker and told the employee, quote, I know y'all take video games, but what about coffee makers to make your coffee for your gaming sessions?
Dude, that would be a pretty good idea.
You boys like to stay up all night and game with your Nancy's. And in a more sensitive event, because we have to do it to you, a man was trading in his old Xbox 360 while the employee worked on wiping his hard drive. They discussed his Xbox achievements. The man suddenly got sentimental and decided he no longer wanted to trade it in, but it was too late. Everything was wiped and left sad. Which I love the idea of a guy just be like, you know what, never mind. The guy's like, Which also, by that point, I'm like, well, it's done. It is kind of done into those. Are you sure I'm deleting all those memories? That's it? That's all you want? Okay. It's like already deleting. Kind of dumb.
Sitting there thinking about it. Well, you know.
I guess this isn't worth the $13 you're giving me for my system.
Yeah,
The
dude.
employer reveals that someone tried to trade in the belt she was wearing to keep her pants up.
What?
I don't know why the belt you would do that, but that's just
It isn't J.C. Penney's. What the hell? If you want to do that, go to J.C. Penney's.
one of the things. And also, you know, people trade things, and I'm like, dude, dusty, gross, grimy, like these like cockroaches, or the amount of shit that you see traded in that's just like reeks of cigarette smoke. People have always chastised GameStop for its horrible trading value and inability to.
Dude, yeah, they really don't pay you shit.
GameStop was at its absolute worst with the Circle of Life program. In order to maximize profit,
What's that?
to understand why it was implemented, here's GameStop's ideal customer cycle. 1. Customer pre-orders game by paying a deposit. Put money down. 2. Customer uses their trade-in program to get money back after completing the game for way less than the...
Yeah, I wanted to test something out last time I went. I bought like the membership where it's like, I forgot exactly how they explained it. Basically, I think it was like, the more games you buy, the more in-store credit you get. So like, say if you was to go to Walmart, or I'm at GameStop, and buy like 5 Nintendo Switch games, then each time you buy it with real cash, you get like credits, and then if you wanted to get another game, you have to buy more games to get more credit. But once you get a certain amount of credit, you could just get more games using the credit instead of like real cash. I think that's the way they were saying it. But like you had to pay like a membership to use it, and it was fucking it was like I think like $60 a month. It was insane.
Actual value. 3. Customers ask for store credit instead of lower return cash option, then use it to buy another game. 4. The now marked up used game is put back on the shelf to repeat the process with someone else. You like that? You feel good about how that's the circle of life. And then 5, you die. You're dead. There it
You
is.
die.
That's my life. Each employee has something referred to as cold score, based on things like used game sales, pre-orders, trade-ins, and because used games have a higher profit margin, it was aggressively pushed to employees as a priority over selling brand new games.
Yeah, have you seen that? They'd be like, Grand Theft Auto would be like $60, like, get the used version for 50.
Are you sure you just don't want to get the one that somebody's already opened and touched and fondled with? $10 cheaper. Come on. Cold score. He's got like marker on his arm. He's like, my cold score's low.
What the heck?
Having a low score that threatened their job, GameStop employees were pressured to lie to their customers about the stock of new games and consoles. One employee admits that a launch day for a brand new game could literally screw him over for the entire week because he would then have to sell way more pre-owned games to keep his score up. So it's like, yeah, you might have sold a shit ton of new games, but GameStop's going to be like, why aren't the used games selling?
Did you just see someone fucking coming to the back with a fucking crowbar and beating the shit out of them?
Yeah, I think I might get fired. It's a fun working condition. Employees essentially became the gaming version of a sleazy used car salesman who would be pushy and endlessly talk up their pre-owned titles, and sometimes not even mention the price until the last possible second. And another employee states that this system would put the store in constant state of crisis, stating, quote, 1 week, we desperately needed trades. The next few weeks, we needed to focus on pre-owned. Then, because we focused on trades and pre-owned, we didn't get pre-orders.
Dude, that sounds like a fucking mess.
Some claim that the entire stores were fired over this whole system, while others state that these were simply edge cases. But regardless, after enough pushback, GameStop's made changes on how to run their stores. They removed the cold scores for individual employees and made it so the entire store just had one score to work on. Today,
That's creepy.
it's not clear if they still utilize a system similar to the cycle of life, but I'm sure there's some GameStop employees watching this right now, and if it is, please tell me. I'd like to know. How does it feel working in hell? Do you like hell? You think they're probably GameStop lifers, right? I've been here since I was 18.
There's some 60-year-old man just being like, yeah, come on, next. Just fucking hates his job.
You know, how old were they when they started? Hasn't GameStop been around since like 2000? He's like, he's in his 40s. Alright, there you go. Either way, GameStop still upholds a reputation for treating their customers poorly. So, let's talk about a little recent example that just happened. The Switch 2 controversy. Multiple GameStop customers have been reporting that their Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders were being canceled. This has been happening to random people over the past few months, but started to heavily ramp up in late May.
I was going to get the Switch 2, guys, but after I saw the prices and like the nonsense with how much it was, like the camera, it cost like $50 for like a fucking 420 camera. The fucking games cost like $80. I was like, forget that.
With only days left until the release of the console. It gets worse for one specific GameStop location in Astoria, as they were revealing
What is Astoria?
customers spend way more than they intended. After people wait all night to get their consoles pre-ordered, they were supposedly told that the SKU number can't be processed for just a console. They used this to push people to splurge on more expensive bundles and accessories. And one customer secretly filmed himself throughout the entire process, spending hundreds of dollars to lock in his pre-order.
So what's the minimum you have to, is it a price you have to hit, or is it? Okay, so I'll do the 1 terabyte micro SD.
Damn.
And then,
The total $900, dude, I would have been like, fuck you. I ain't paying that shit. $900?
Pretty sure it's an all-around game.
okay, interesting.
After the post went viral,
900.
GameStop responded on Twitter by saying they were actively investigating the store and offering pre-orders to anyone who returned away. Despite them trying to make...
Now, imagine if you didn't record. Would they have done nothing? Nope. They only did it because he recorded and everybody gave him backlash.
It further showcases the pressure put on GameStop GameStop stores specifically to hit their quotas, even if it means massively f***ing over their customers, you know, just by being like, we gotta sell controllers. If we don't sell controllers, I wanna know who's the guy where it's like, you don't want Bob to come down. Corporate, you know what I mean? God, Bob, making there's a lot of controllers in the back room. This place is shut down. I've been here since I was 35, I'm 60 now. That math adds up. By now, it should be clear that working for GameStop can be a bit of a fucking nightmare. So, let's talk about why people hate working at GameStop. Many people think GameStop is a great first job, right?
Probably because the pay is shit. I was trying to look up, like, on Indeed what the pay is there. Dude, it's like fucking $6 an hour. 6 or 7 or 8. It's like $8 an hour there. I'm like, that's shitty. That's not even minimum wage. $8? I think minimum wage is like $12 here where I'm at.
Make money in an environment they're passionate about. I love video games. I work at GameStop. Right?
Kind of reminds me of like those commercials of people doing the tester games. I've had so much fun testing video games.
Yeah, it's so fun playing this game.
I can't believe we got jobs doing this. I know. And my mom said I would never get anywhere with these games.
Those that go to the massive r/GameStop subreddit to ask if it's a good idea to put an application to work there are bombarded with current or ex-employees desperately trying to chase them away. Run! I mean, one response reads, run. Work here. You want to work here? But you don't. You want to games to apply to instead. This is not a video game job. It's a sales job with zero benefits or incentives that happens to involve video games sometimes.
Damn, that got dope. Dude, that dude is making it seem like if you join, you're just gonna get stabbed in the neck.
Another person explains, GameStop is not a relaxed work experience at all. Full stop. If you're not good at pushing memberships, warranties, and game protection, they will threaten your job until you get stuff by any means necessary. During interactions with customers, you are constantly trying to sell them on pre-orders, warranties, used games, add-ons, or accessories, and pro memberships, which is essentially a GameStop.
To be honest, I don't blame the people that work there because they are just doing their job. Because if they're like being forced to do like the sales, then yeah, like to keep their jobs, like it's shitty. But like you can't. I mean, they gotta have jobs too. So like, if it's like the big bosses, I'll be like, get these people to buy as much shit as possible. Do it, or you're fired. What are you going to try to do to keep your job? Because it's better than going on the street. Like, it's shitty, but like, if it's the boss is telling them to do it, then you know you be in the same shoes too. So.
Reward program that provides benefits for a yearly fee. Because of this, employees' interactions become a meme due to how obnoxious they are. There are many stories of employees being treated so terribly that they eventually reach their breaking point. Even in a situation where someone was once robbed at gunpoint, they were blamed by their store leader and told not to give in by complying too easily.
What do they fucking expect you to do? Just be like, get shot in the head? Because you're not doing what the person with the gun tells you to do?
Get shot, okay? With the Halo 3 edition, we're going to lose profit here.
You don't lose all that.
The cold score. The goddamn cold score for the show, right? Or for the store. If you get shot, we'll give you a day off.
They're like, you want to take the new games instead?
Yeah, instead of robbing our money, what if you just took 3 new games and 3 pre-ordered games that would balance out our cold score?
Dude, I can picture that too.
In another robbery that took place in Pennsylvania, $5,000 worth of PS5s were stolen after being violently...
I think I saw this video. I remember seeing this. I don't know if it was GameStop. I think it was GameStop. Or like someone crashed. It was like at night. It was like very late at night, like 2 a.m. Someone literally drove a vehicle through a GameStop window. Literally stole like fucking 50 PS5s. And then like drove off. And then they caught him the next morning. And this was like when the PS5 first was coming out.
Threatened by 2 men.
I don't know if that was GameStop.
GameStop manager, 13 years being fired, as if it was his responsibility to fight off the thieves for the beautiful, delicious Japanese gaming system. Several employees quit in protest, and it wasn't the first time employees rallied together against upper management. In 2023, a Michigan GameStop was managed so horribly that every single employee quit at the same time. It occurred on an important day, the release of Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. However, customers came into the store only to find a letter posted on the wall that read, quote, "Unfortunately, due to poor working conditions, the staff of Brighton Gamestop have decided to resign, effective immediately. Management overworkers, underpaid, and underappreciated its frontline workers, set its unrealistic expectations and constantly threatens termination for any employees that cannot exceed them." And then I'm just gonna go onward.
Nah, dude, imagine. Well, yeah, you could go to Walmart, but I could imagine some of the freaking people. They're like ready to get like Legend of Zelda. They go into the local Walmart. Oh, I meant local GameStop, and it's the only GameStop in the town. And then once they see that mess, they're like, no! And then they just start breaking down into tears because they can't get the fucking Legend of Zelda game.
There's a lot of people who've been doing that in like retail stores, in fast food. They'll just put up a sign like Popeyes, be like, Popeyes corporate hates us. There's only 3 of us today. We're just not working today.
I see that. I've seen it with like Starbucks meetings, people being like, "You can't enforce this," or whatever, that kind of stuff. And
Dude, that's how I felt about McDonald's. I'm gonna just ramble on for a little bit. I was looking at McDonald's a couple of months ago. Dude, I quit that job because it was so freaking stressful. Fast food is not a joke, guys. Do not make fun of fast food workers or anybody that works in that kind of industry. It is stressful. We were short staff. When I started there was a bunch of staff. When I quit, there was like a lot of the people I started with, I had already quit. But they were short staff. I was doing like 3 people's jobs. Normally I only cooked the food, but I was doing 3 people's jobs, and I was getting paid the exact same as if I was just doing one. And also, like, dude, I was busting my ass and wasn't getting really paid that much. Dude, I was like, fuck this shit. Because I dealt with that for like a couple of months before I quit, and I was just finally like, I can't do this anymore. I quit. So yeah, like those. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you. I just wanted to ramble about that for a second since he's talking about it.
The same thing happened in 2022, a year prior, in Nebraska, where every employee walked out and left an angry letter on the front door. According to one employee, they were undertrained, verbally abused, and had their jobs threatened at every...
Dude, yes, dude. What is up with jobs? And there's, like, I know everyone's gonna have that one coworker that thinks she's the boss, but dude, there was a woman when I was working. It was like an older woman, dude. She was supposed to be training me, dude. She was so passive aggressive and shit. I was just like, dude, I can't deal with this shit. She had an attitude all the damn time. It's not even like I didn't want to be like do the job. I was doing my job, but dude, she was too much. A lot of the other people said that, yeah, she's like that.
And employees at GameStop have to deal with way more obnoxious customers than people may realize. One employee posted about how, after fully organizing the Funko Pop wall, a mother brought along her child and let them climb all over the shelves and destroy the entire display.
Nah, that's a reasonable crush out. If you spent all that time doing that and then just some kid comes around and messes it up, I would be like, woman, come get your child.
15 minutes later, after she left, they get a call about how the employees were racist for keeping an eye on her child.
What? What?
We'll post a customer was denied a return of a controller that had clearly been smashed to pieces. The man left after being threatened and called slurs for 30 minutes, only to run back inside and attempt jumping over the counter to attack him.
Oh my god, dude.
The employees threatened to call the police. And one employee posted a video he took in the store where a man is denied a return of his copy of Fallout 76 because he doesn't have a receipt. He becomes so infuriated that he starts destroying the entire store on his way out.
Good damn.
Hi, welcome to GameStop.
And a more extreme response.
That's insane.
After demanding a Steam code. This didn't work. After being denied this, he told the employees that he planted a bomb in the store earlier that day, which would apparently go off if he did not give him a store code. An entire section of the mall had to be evacuated because of this bomb threat.
All that over a fucking Steam code?
Pepper sprayed somebody. Yeah. It's one thing to encounter aggressive customers, but what about the weirdos, right? No surprise that GameStops might attract some odd characters. According to one ex-employee, a man that was talking to him was so open about his life that he ended up showing her a picture of his diaper collection on his phone.
What the fuck?
Another customer came in because of
What the hell, dude?
that he has to confirm how far the nearest elementary school is before he can officially apply.
Oh,
Oh my god.
we could see the.
Members of the Face Clan walk into a GameStop thinking the employees will recognize them. They're met with mostly silence and leave the store after flaunting their millions of YouTube subscribers to grown adults. It's horrible. Ugh, good God. There's also games games like Leisure Suit Larry, the guy.
What the shit?
He was asked to leave because there was all over his cases. It's glue. It's Elmer glue, dude. I'm a model builder. Great. According to one female employee, she had weird men wait outside the store to talk to her almost daily, to the point where she has to have her mom and boyfriend wait outside when she closed up to avoid the confrontations. And similarly to that, another woman dealt with tons of weird attention from male customers because the manager exclusively hired attractive women to create what she described as a hot GameStop. Men would drive from far away to lurk around.
It isn't Hooters. What the hell?
The employee was eventually fired and was told that the manager was later taken away in an ambulance after having a violent meltdown where he, quote, declared himself as a high archangel.
What the hell, dude? What does he even mean?
Sounds like he's trying, like, is he a fucking cult leader at a GameStop? Oh, play these games. Pre-owned games sold, and new games sold, accessories, all perfect rate, perfect cost. Awesome.
You think he had a pretty high cold score then?
I would assume his cold score was very high. I would hope so, at least. He's the Archangel. Speaking of women, it turns out that GameStop
The Oak Angel. That sounds like someone out of the fucking Elden Ring game.
once created an entire training video that teaches male employees to converse with them, right? They might not have done that before. The video stimulates interactions between men and different types of female shoppers, teaching you how to avoid making a woman feel stupid by throwing out a bunch of gamer jargon at her.
Welcome to GameStop. My name's Alex. How you doing?
What the fuck is that sound?
As you can see, our unfortunate associate has inadvertently triggered the polite response by his abrupt entrance into gamer.
What the
They don't know how to play, they're just here paying.
what the fuck is that?
You have to rub her back. Rub her back. Calm her down. What if it was like that?
Massage your shoulders. Stressed, pick out a game for her. Pat her on the head and sit away. Touch her arm and look her deep in the eyes.
Not only is working
What the fuck?
weird and creepy, we haven't even talked about the massive amount of GameStop robberies. GameStop is home to tons of products that are incredibly valuable and small in size, making them highly valued by thieves. Some of which, like newer next-gen consoles, have limited stock and can be resold online for insane prices. And it doesn't help that many stores are often run by just one employee at a time in an effort to cut costs and save money. And in 2023, around 30 GameStops in the U.S. were robbed within a mere 3 months. Even as
Damn.
early as this year, a group of burglars crashed through their car into the GameStop in Chicago.
Yeah, this one. This is the video I was talking about. Dude, yeah, this was insane. When I saw this, I think it was PS5s.
To steal games and equipment from the store. This was seemingly part of a large-scale GameStop crime spree, with 4 GameStops being targeted for smash and grabs in just 1 month. Some burglars are not nearly as successful, like a man from Georgia that was caught trying to steal from a GameStop wearing a plastic bag over his head as a disguise.
What the hell?
I don't know what it is, but it's like, what are you doing? St. Mary's Police Department Facebook page made a post requesting information from anyone that could identify the man. They wrote, and I quote, "You can help us catch him. Once you can stop laughing." He was eventually found and booked on 2 felony charges for criminal damage to
He looks like a fucking Redditor.
property and burglary. In a particularly heartbreaking story, GameStop smash and grab led to one immediate arrest after a young man's entire crew ditched him before he could jump.
Ah, shit. Nah, that's insane.
With all the chaos that surrounded GameStop's long history, you must be wondering, where does GameStop stand today? Because I know so many people that are watching this right now are probably thinking to themselves, oh my god, I haven't been to a GameStop in years. I haven't even thought about GameStop in years. I only think about GameStop on Black Friday, that kind of thing. I don't think about GameStop when it's like a busy time of year, but even then I don't go. It's been forever since I've stepped foot in the store. I mean, GameStop's reputation has never been fully repaired, and they are surely no longer the retail titans they used to be. And after acquiring ThinkGeek, a retail...
What the hell is... Oh, damn, that's pretty cool. A whole Iron Man suit. I'd like to visit that. I've never heard of ThinkGeek, though.
That focused on selling geek culture products, the store has slowly focused more and more on selling toys and collectibles like Pokemon cards and Funko.
Yeah, I think they would be good, especially with fucking Pokemon. The fucking the people that scalp out Pokemon and spend like fucking insane amount of money on those. I think that would be good.
Bullshit. They even teamed up with PSA to start an official card grading service.
To undersell you?
To undersell you on fucking cards? Jesus Christ, bro. According to GameStop's recent earnings, GameStop's about to sell more collectible items than games. GameStop.
Really?
Change the name. The biggest...
Yeah.
It's the most recent news to come out of...
Now that I think they're selling like retro games now. Like Nintendo.
Is their decision to spend $500 million on 4,710 bitcoins to be used as treasury reserve assets.
I didn't know that. GameStop is into Bitcoin.
There you go. This led to GameStop shares lowering by 10.9%, but the company states that there is a set ceiling on how much Bitcoin they will continue to purchase. We're going to do it.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. When we get there, we'll stop. I mean, it's a fucking clown show. There's something nostalgic about walking into a video game retailer. Something that's becoming less and less possible as the years go on. You know what I mean? It's just like the brick and mortar store system is, albeit inconvenient, but it used to be a place where it was like just a place you could drive to. It was something that was tangible you could walk into, and it was just like a place that would take your stress away. It was a place of excitement. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of like independent stores have started to pop up and fill that void.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Like instead of going to like big companies like GameStop and shit like that, they just go to like family-owned business like say if I wanted to start a video game store and I just bring in a bunch of games, people will go to stores more like that, where it's just like a guy doing it, building his own store versus like a full established like GameStop. Which to be honest, those are actually pretty good. You most likely can find better games than like those, like a guy running it versus like a whole establishment like GameStop. You'd be surprised.
All these larger retailers that we grew up with or that have been around for a long time have slowly become, I mean, like the fucking worst. I don't think that they were ever really good, but you didn't have anything else. It's just like it's full ugly faces shown. It's horrible. So, if you want to revisit that feeling, maybe find a small mom and pop shop in your area to shop at. You know, because
that's what I mean.
That aren't just scummy resellers and parasites. There are people who legitimately love the culture of video games and will give you a fair price and, you know, all that other bullshit. Or, you know, you can just buy it online.
Yeah.
Have you ever traded anything at GameStop?
Yeah, dude. When you're young and dumb. Usually a lot of people that trade stuff at GameStop, it's just people who, one, back in the day didn't know what you had, so you can just be like, okay, well, I just want this new game anyways, and like, you're just frivolous with just being like, well, I play these, I don't know. You sell them back and you buy something new, and you're like, fine, I wish I would have kept that. It's the same with like Magic cards. How many times I like traded in Magic cards or sold Magic cards where I'm like, I really wish I would have kept that. Oh, yeah. It's just bad. It's a fucking horrible system. It's mostly, I think, it preys on young people. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Young dumb people who are just like, whose attention span's going to be like, okay, I want to play that now. Okay, I want to play that now. It's that kind of vibe.
Guys, that was why GameStop is horrible. Sorry about rambling a lot in this video. I just wanted to get my point across. If you guys enjoyed, smash that like button, subscribe, and follow me on my IG and Facebook, like I said in the beginning of the video. And also, I have a schedule for my uploads now. So I'll link it down, and I'll also show it in the video when I go back and edit. So you guys can see what days I'm doing a reaction and what days I'm gaming. And also, once I get a better camera, I'll do vlogs. I'm going to Vegas in January, so I want to try to vlog that, but I want to try to see if I can get a camera before I go there. And if I can, I'll be vlogging while I'm in Vegas. If you guys enjoy, stay safe and stay blessed.